Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Syberia, the world before.
Can you guide me, Oscar?
I do the thinking, she does the walking. Fine by me.
Oh. So that's how we know where we are. Section B is over here. We can't get across here. So technically we want to go down D then, I would assume. My worry is the... What the... No, not there. This way. My worry is the... Find the nameplate of the donor part of things.
Section D.
Because... Does that mean... like, am I legitimately having to travel somewhere else first before doing that? Oh, there's nothing else. Okay. I thought the path continued ahead, but it's actually down.
The inscription has faded away.
I mean, it looked like to me... Hold on.
Can you tell me where I am?
Let's see.
I would assume if I just go straight ahead, that would get to section O. The question is, do I want to reach there? Because if I have to find... There's a secondary objective to find... nameplates.
It needs a key.
Huh?
It doesn't look that strong, though.
Oh, hello.
A dead end. I'll have to go back.
No, you don't. You don't.
Section K.
Why'd you say it like that?
Illegible. Section M.
Okay.
I need help here.
All right.
Whoa, we went from K to M? I guess it was just down this way. It didn't see this, I guess, okay. The directions are a lot shorter than I thought it would be.
Section O. That's it.
Okay, but again, find the nameplate of donors. Like, I'm very curious. Where am I supposed to find that?
Section M.
I mean, navigating, it's really not that hard to navigate this, but I do want to know where this donor plate is.
Section P.
Unless it's beside the only thing I'm thinking is that is literally right beside somewhere near the monument itself. But I want to be careful and not actually go down. So you know what? I'm just going to, I'll cut if I don't find anything else as I wander around. Because it's really not that difficult to figure...
Impossible to read.
To go around this maze, quote unquote. Huh? No, back! Oh my god, this is infuriating.
It can't be here. Better keep looking. It's not here. I need directions. Section F. Section B. Illegible.
Okay, we made our way back around.
It's not here. I need directions.
No, what the fuck? Oh, come on. This is so annoying. Oh, really? That's blocked off there? Okay, so I made my way around, and I haven't found this list of donors.
A dead end. I'll have to go back.
Huh. Okay. The only thing I could think is that the nameplate of donors was at the beginning of the track,
Oscar?
but...
Reporting for duty. Once again.
Is it at the beginning? Because we have the tool shed, we have Oscar here, but I haven't found the nameplate. You know what, I'm not gonna bother. I don't know how important it is, it's optional. I guess it's just optional history and stuff like that. I'm kind of wondering maybe if, like, Zimmer, their friends, were donated towards this, but let's just look. Let's just find this. Okay, nameplate's still available, looks like. So, is that Dana's grave?
Anna Rose, 1938. Gone to a better place.
Or the child?
Oh no.
Okay.
What happened?
Dana's health had deteriorated at the sanatorium. Her coughing fits, the pregnancy, and all the stress about Leon being on the run out there in Baltayar. It was just too much for her to bear.
Oh,
The
this is
doctors
Dana.
had to put her to sleep before her delivery. There were complications, and when she woke up, her parents told her the terrible news. They had already
Oh.
buried the baby girl.
Okay, so this is the baby. I feel suspicious about that. I don't know. Would they? They were talking about, like, pretending that it was like the child of some long lost relative or something. But I don't know. Would they have, like, taken the baby and given it up somewhere else?
How come the Brown Shadow didn't go after Dana? They controlled Ostertal back then, right?
Oh, they would have eventually, believe me.
And afterwards?
Dana became sterile because of the complications during childbirth. So she remained at the sanatorium a few months more. She was devastated, poor darling.
That's how she survived the pogroms.
Yes, but that didn't mean she was safe.
So what happened afterwards?
Dana lost everything. Her parents, her baby, Leon. I think she would have just given up if I hadn't been there that day. But I had to go to London. Back then, I used to get invited every year or so to all kinds of artistic events. I could then make out my report to the British Secret Service without arousing the Brown Shadow's suspicion. So I took Dana with me to save her from them. Dana stayed in London for about 6 years. I found her a flat and a position with my real employer, the Foreign Office. She had no family, no friends, and in a way she had no life. She spent every minute she had in the office fighting in her own way against those who took everything from her. She went from one promotion to another, and soon she was among those in charge of coordinating all the resistance fighter groups pertaining to the different occupied countries of Europe.
All right, Dana. Focus. The Admiralty needs us to spot the enemy units on the map according to the reports they provided.
What's SAM, what's tank, and what's submarine? What? I'm sorry, what am I doing? Use the reports to place the units on the map. What report? Please let me see a report before I start placing units. Reports of Agent BJB on mission censored and censored. Investigation on enemy units' movements and SAM surface-to-air batteries position. Surface-to-air. French Western Coast situation. 2 SAM batteries have been spotted towards Dover. A tank division is leaving Cherbourg to reach the SAM battery near Brest. The SAM battery near Cayenne is still active. Oh, and there's another report here. What's this? Our scouts have confirmed that 2 tank divisions are still positioned in Belgium. Please note that another tank division left for... Okay, so we're just mapping out... So they said 2 tank positions in Belgium. This is... I don't know. The sound effect is like... This makes it seem... The sound effect makes it more cooler than it needs to be. I'm like, ooh! Okay, so what do we have... Let's read this report again. So, French Western Coast. Tank division leaving to reach SAM battery near Brest. Okay. Where is... There's Dover. Brussels. Oh wait, there's another thing here. Jeez, I almost... Oh, I was like, well, how am I supposed to know where the submarines are? A submarine is still positioned in the North Sea. 2 of the 3 submarines positioned in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with one... A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with the one positioned near Brest in... North Atlantic Ocean. So submarine near Brest, that's in the ocean. 2 have left for Cherbourg. North Sea. North Sea submarine. 1 near Brest. It's just 2. Does it matter if it's like showing 2 or not, or it's just showing it like that? Use the reports to place units on the map. Okay. Just making sure. I'm sure she'll tell me if you screwed up. Sam near Cern. Sam near Cern. Sam near Brest. 2 SAMs near Dover. Okay, and they left from Cherbourg, so SAM. And then Dover. Let me read this again. 2 SAM batteries have been spotted towards Dover. Okay, so maybe it does still need to... Any other reports? I'm not sure if I'm doing this quite right. I'm really not sure about that one. A submarine still positioned in the North Sea. 2 of the 3 submarines positioned in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. Oh. There's at least 1 submarine here then. 2 of the 3. The rest is heading this way. And then... I guess the submarine one's the easiest one so far. A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with the one positioned near Brest in the North Atlantic. Okay, so technically there's 2 then.
I should check the reports. I think I've made mistakes on the map.
Yeah, okay. So, it didn't say anything because I haven't placed everything down. Is this one I'm really not sure about? Any particular report you want me to say? Submarines still positioned in North Sea. Got that. 2 of the 3 submarines. So 2 positioned. 1 is positioned in the Celtic Sea. And then 2 of them by Cherbourg. I'm sorry if my pronunciation of these places are terrible. A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with the one positioned near Brest in the North Atlantic Ocean. Okay. So yeah, and there's only 2 positions here, so that means there's now 2 here. Okay. 2 tank divisions in Belgium. Please note that another tank division left for Le... So, do I want this closer?
I should check the reports. I think I've...
I put the SAM here.
Looks like I made a mistake on the map.
Ugh. Okay. It's these battery ones that are throwing me off. Investigation on enemy unit movements. Investigation on enemy... Two December have been spotted towards Dover. Oh wait, this is French western coast, so it can't be on the London side then. Okay. Okay, a tank is leaving Cherbourg to reach the SAM battery near Brest. So this one... Because if we're talking about the French western coast... There we go.
That's it, I guess.
Okay, what's with the knocking like that?
Yunta!
Dana, darling, you can use my real name here, you know.
Sorry, but I just can't get used to it. For me, you'll always be Ginger Yunta.
Charming. I'm sure I have Lenny to thank for that, hmm? You were always too soft on that little brat.
Oh, give her a break. What are you doing here? I'm so glad to see you.
Only doing my duty, Dana, darling. A gallery invited me for a conference, so I jumped at the occasion to report back to our superiors. But it might be the last time for a while, I'm afraid. It's getting very hard to leave the occupied territories, even for a famous so-called pro-brown shadow artist like me. Anyway, how have you been since my last visit?
Well, with Leon being missing and probably lying dead somewhere in Baltear for the past 7 years, and what happened to my parents, you know how I feel. But it's all beginning to feel like a dream, Yunta. A distant dream. Especially her. And I don't want it to, you know, I don't want her, my sweet Anna, to just fade away. I'm sorry, Yunta, but could we please change the subject?
Of course, darling.
What is it?
More work for you, actually.
Oh?
Yes. The Allies need someone for an operation with the Resistance in occupied territory, and they think it should be you. But truth be told, Dana, I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Why not? I did volunteer for field operations. They've trained me a lot for that.
I know, Dana, but this operation will happen in Ostertal, right next to Wagen, actually.
I see.
Look, you don't need to answer me this minute. And no one would blame you if you declined the mission. We all know you don't only have happy memories of Wagen. You still have time to think it over. But before you give your final answer, they need you to identify the resistance group that will execute the operation. It's all explained here. And of course it's all top secret stuff. So you must cross-reference the documents right here in this room. You'll have to use that thing over there.
But I don't know how to use it.
I'm sure that's easy for you. You have such a clever mind, my little virtuoso. I'll see you later.
Well, let's get cracking then.
God, it took me so long to figure out that. The one puzzle, now I need to do this. Repair the pneumatic telegraph. Great, thanks. Okay. SOE, Agent Dana Agent Rose. I actually do not know how to pronounce her last name. We need volunteers for a delicate operation with the Resistance in one of the occupied countries, a country you know well, Ostertal. If you accept, you will be dropped near Wagen so that you can coordinate an exfiltration operation of a civilian and get him into Switzerland. To do so, you will be escorted by one of the main resistance networks in the region. It has obtained excellent results the past few years. Whether you accept or not the mission, we need you to identify that network among other small underground groups active in Ostertal. For reasons of confidentiality, you are not to leave your office until you have done so. We have granted you temporary access to your workstation's pneumatic telegraph, a contribution to the war effort that was given to us by a French engineer, Hans. This machine will allow you to claim any relevant documents you might need. We wish you luck. L. Okay. I have to go all the way that side just to... Okay, let's, Oh my god, Dana's diary, I totally forgot. Okay, hold on. We have some reading to do. I keep getting these horrible nightmares of Leon being attacked by ferocious snow creatures. I was sick this morning when I woke up, and I keep getting this oppressed feeling as if my lung affliction is back. My teachers at the academy find me distracted. I really need to get a hold of myself. Yunta is going to stop by to see me at the academy after my lesson. With a little luck, she'll have some good news. December 22nd, 1937. Dear Diary. Okay, so this is basically what she said before. Well, I know, it's been 3 years already that I haven't written anything ever since I left for the sanatorium near Vaughan. It's because my diary must be in the chest in my bedroom where I left it before leaving for my convalescence. So I found this English substitute in which I write these few lines. I've been living here in London for the past couple of years. This is where Yunta brought me after the death of my parents at the end of my... No, I don't want to talk about her. So, it's been 2 years since Yunta saved me from the pogroms that followed the annexation of Vaughan. Yunta, the filmmaker, or rather Janet, as she's really called, turned out to be a double agent working for the Allies. I should have guessed, but the fact is her leading a double life is what saved my life. Life. If that's what you call my existence in London for the past 2 years. I spend my days pent up in Yunta's flat and popping out from time to time to the pub down the road to play a few notes on the piano. But it won't bring back my parents, nor Leon, our daughter either. During her short visits to London, Yunta keeps urging me to pull myself together, saying that I'm depressed and that I ought to see a specialist, but what's the point? I must admit I swore never to write again, but tonight I have nothing else to do. I'm stuck down here in the underground station with hundreds of others. The Brown Shadow has been bombing London almost every night. Feels like I'm being hunted down. It's almost as if the Brown Shadow was trying to flush me out, to hurt me wherever I may be, as if to punish me for having the presumptuousness of escaping from them in Vaughan. October 15th. Well, I survived yet another night bombing raid, but not everyone got away with it. In another underground station, a pipeline was hit by a bomb. The station got flooded. About 60 people died, drowned. There were children among them. There were children among the dead. I just can't bear this feeling of being powerless. I can't stand having to wait for the next tragedy to avoid. I've got to do something. Fight against the Brown Shadow and try, within my modest means, to turn the tide of this 20th century that is becoming so tragic, and which seems to be taking great delight in being so cruel to me. September 30th. So much has changed since last I wrote. The last time Yunta came to visit, just can't get used to calling her Janet. I asked if she could find me a job so I could participate in the war effort against the Brown Shadow. Yunta must have taken my request as a sign that my mental state is better now, because she immediately set to work to answer my request. Using her connections, she managed to get me a job as military assistant at the Foreign Office in the department in charge of supervising the resistant groups against the Brown Shadow and all the occupied territories of Europe. I might be just a simple assistant for the moment, but I have every intention of rising through the ranks as far as quickly as possible. At least this way, being focused on the struggle against the Brown Shadow will take my mind off everything else. December 1st. Christmas will soon be upon us. It's been 4 years now since Leon was to join me after his departure for Baltair with the Origin expedition. Wherever you may be after all this time, rest in peace, my darling Leon. April 20th, 1942. I had the nasty surprise of waking up in the infirmary this morning. I was working really late again last night, and apparently I just passed out. My superiors have threatened me with forced leave if I don't slow down. I know they are right, but I just can't help it. Every minute counts to anyone who wants to triumph over the brown shadow. May 5th, 1942. Had a fleeting visit from Yunta yesterday. Officially, she came for an exhibition, unofficially, to make out her report to the Foreign Office. Yunta heard about my malice and my over-investment in my work. I was half expecting her to reprimand me, but not in the least. It even came to light that Yunta had pleaded in favor of me participating in field-based operations. Secret military operations. My training begins next week. I'm so excited. June 7th, 1942. It's been over a month since I began training. I feel exhausted, but everything has been going swimmingly. I must admit, at first, I was apprehensive about using weapons, but it turns out that I'm quite a dab hand. Needless to say, I'll never be a killing machine, but I do know how to defend myself, and my reflexes are good. So too is my capacity to take the right decision in emergency situations, and according to my instructors, that's what really counts. My trainer was at first doubtful at the idea of training a woman for combat, but given the spectacular results obtained by other female underground fighters in occupied territory, he has become more committed to training them. I've always wondered why these results weren't made public. Anyway, weapons are just a small part of my training. I'm also trained in military equipment, means of communication, tailing methods, and parachuting. All that's left to do now is finish this training and receive my first mission. Can't wait. July 4th, 1943. Most of my field training is done. I'm now only asked to attend the odd training session to keep up to par. So, I've returned to my office work while waiting for them to assign me to a mission, and I'm still waiting. I've raised the subject with my superiors, who invariably keep saying that they are waiting for the right opportunity. So there's nothing else to do but to wait. I'll just have to sit tight and continue to contribute to the war effort against the Brown Shadow by coordinating the various resistance groups in occupied territory. Okay, that was all the reading there. So let's go to... Okay, so I just have to repair thematic tubes. Nothing documents, nothing inventory. All right. And then there's this. Okay, you have to... I'm sorry, the chair is blocking your way. All right, then. Let's move the camera around.
From what I can understand of that thing, the pressure must be high in the left tube, but low in the right one.
High left. I mean, we have the green mark here. Do I actually... Oh, I move it. I do move it. Okay. So what position can I move it to? Or do I just... What? Okay. This is to relieve pressure.
That must be for mixing the correct proportions of rarefied air in the system with the compressed air. Compressed air. I think I need to get the mixture right, paying close attention to the rarefied air.
Okay. I didn't realize I forgot about the green part in the upper section. Okay, good to go. Bing bang boom. Prepare the mission. Wait, obtain the list of resistance?
The United Kingdom seems pretty much on its own as representative of the free world in Western Europe. We've reconquered North Africa and half of southern Italy, and we aren't going to stop there. The Soviets are on the move. They've reconquered most of their territory, and they're closing in on the Brown Shadow. The Brown Shadow still occupies the whole of Central and Western Europe.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm supposed to be getting some documents or something. Hold on, what does it say? Prepare the mission. Obtain the list of resistance network. Okay, so something... Okay, I mean, I can look at objects around the place.
The most widely used Allied single-seat fighter plane. I probably owe it my life, like all of us here.
Is this it? Directorate of Special Operations. Agent Rose, we need volunteers for a delicate operation with the resistance in one of the occupied countries. A country you know well. Oh wait, we already read this. Whether you accept or not, we need you to identify the network among other small underground group actives in Orsathal. For reasons of confidentiality, you're not to leave your office. We have granted you temporary access to your workstation's pneumatic telegraph. Okay. And that's the mission order.
We're
Where's
snowed
the...
under. The paperwork is piling up, and problems with it. I guess winning a war takes time, and it's something we cruelly lack.
Okay.
Could one imagine anything as insane as the whole wide world at war? And for the second time in barely a generation.
Okay. So I guess the only thing is using the pneumatic tube to... I guess in my head I was like... Okay, well, either way. Resistance? Because we're supposed to get... Yeah. So here I want to say it should be Orsathal. USSR. Here you go, Orsathal. Propaganda. Currency. Troops. So is it going to be troops? I don't know what all the networks. Resistance next work. Orsathal. Orsathal. Oh my god, I can't say that. I find this very pleasing.
Right. Let's see.
Okay. Identify the resistance network in Vagan. Top secret region. Codename Revenge. I mean, if this goes away, I could be able to...
Edelweiss? A coincidence. It must be a coincidence. The network leader's alias.
Come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly what you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on, then.
All right. I'll call you my mountain artist from now on. Leon! He's alive. He's alive. He's alive! I need to... Oh, good grief. But how did he... Yunta! Yunta!
I'm kind of... Is it going to be him or is it going to be Lenny?
So Leon made it from Baltayar. But how?
I
Is
have
it?
no idea, miss. All I know is that he survived for almost a year in the mountains before coming back to Ostertal to set up the Edelweiss resistance group.
Which made Dana accept the mission you told her about back then, right?
Of course, she was given extra training and was dropped near Wagen the following summer to carry it out. We'd better get going. It looks like the storm is coming.
You go first. I'll meet you at the tram station in a minute.
Of course, take all the time you need.
Okay. Leave the cemetery. Find the nameplate of the donors. Is that... Okay, so does that involve the shed? Because... Because there's that one part where there is a shed and you can use a key, but then I don't know what's it for. Also, I don't have a key. So, I thought that... I saw that and thought, I was like, okay, so is something else going to come into play here? But... Oh, this is so awkward.
The Undertakers must store their tools in it.
Okay. Is there anything
It needs a
neat?
key. But it doesn't look that strong, though. The Undertakers must store their tools in it.
Okay. I'm very curious of why in the world this is a thing. I guess let's go back? I don't know what else we could possibly use this for. I'm not going to try to find the list of the donors unless... maybe it's just by the entrance and I missed it. It makes less sense for the list of donors to be in the middle of the... Oscar?
I need directions, Oscar!
All
There you
right,
go.
then.
He's like, you're right beside me. Why are you doing this? What? That's a thing?
What the heck?
What is it, Kate Walker?
The gates, they just closed! Oh, there must be a mechanism to open them somewhere.
There always is, Kate Walker.
Okay, well that explains... Can I... Okay, you're with me now. Do I...
So, the bag, again.
I know, Oscar, I know.
Obviously, you do not, Kate Walker.
Oh, so you totally did not see me standing. Damn it. Okay, come on. I'm trying to decide right now because I'm trying to decide what I can, how long to go just because I feel like some of the map parts, the map puzzle in the game, trying to list all the resistance and stuff like that, or where are all the troops were, took me a lot longer than I would have wanted. But stop there, please.
It needs a key. But the undertakers must store their tools in it. It needs a key. But it doesn't look that strong, though.
I still don't have an item to deal with this. Okay, maybe I should have looked at the gate first. Though it's really funny that someone can just get trapped in here. Oh, here go.
This mechanism, it seems connected to the gates, but I can't reach it from here.
Okay, here we go. I was like, where... I was thinking myself, like, I didn't see anything, but I must have missed something. What the... Weird. Oh my god, come on! Here we go. For whatever reason, it would not let me click up here. This is... Oh, this... Okay. See, this particular section, the pathing just not work. Though I still want to largely blame the camera angle. If there was a way to just move around the camera yourself freely, then it might work better.
Something's missing here.
I'm assuming Oscar? Oscar, where are ya?
Kate Walker, are you intentionally trying to damage me?
Something's missing here. It seems to have to do with the gates.
Okay. I can't look anywhere else. I don't have anything.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, obviously. Okay. Okay, so here's the annoying thing right now. There's only 2 points of interest that I can think of right now, which is this thing here. Which we need something that I guess isn't Oscar's little key thing. But then, we can't interact with the tool shed. Like, she specifically says, oh, the lock, but the lock doesn't look sturdy. I'm like, okay. Are we going to use it then? Are we going to use something to break it? But again, she does nothing. So I don't understand.
Seems so old. This place must be centuries old.
Yeah, great, thanks. Okay. Either way, let's end the set here. As I got a feeling... Yeah, I'm just gonna, between the sets and now, I'm just gonna have to look around and see what I may be missing, because I can already tell this is gonna be a lot of wandering on my part. So, thank you for liking if you liked. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video.
Impossible to get through here. Better find another way.
Until next time, guys. See ya!